This spaceship is so impractically designed. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another fresh dollop of a hat in time. Now, all logic in my head is telling me to go back to Deadbird Studio and do the time rift, because then we'll have some sort of contextual knowledge for what to expect from this chapter, and why the birds are battling as they do. But here you can see, up and up, we will be, okay, progress works differently in this chapter, as every chapter works differently. In this case, we will have missions helping them both on their respective films. You will be ranked, and, well, we'll begin with DJ groups, because just look at those adorable pictures. So, I do have a slight beef with this chapter. Elsewhere on the internet, it's described as, the Conductor's levels being harder to get a good grade in. No! It's harder to get a good grade in DJ groups. It's because the Conductor's levels are so easy to get good grades in.
Welcome to the first day of shooting, darling. We need to transform you into the biggest movie star the bird world has ever seen. You need to become a diva. That's why I've called for a press conference here on our moon set. You need to get out there in front of the cameras and electrify the public, darling. Get them really up and going for your movies. Once you've got them going crazy, come back here and we'll show off our new prop. That's right. We'll unveil our new movie prop to the masses.
When I did this game on my own time and played it by myself, for myself, etc., by the end of this chapter, DJ Grooves had won the award. His missions had acquired the most points, and the internet's like, oh no, that's the...
You call, darling? Looks like it's endorsement time.
I just mean to say that I struggle to get it that way around, because I want it to be that way around for reasons that we have yet to see, and it's just like, oh no, that'll just happen by default if you're not careful. No! It's the harder of the way rounds to get it, because the Conductor's missions are so easy! Why am I choking like this? Anyway, Penguin, hello.
All you penguins out there know my name, DJ Grooves. And I'm telling you, this young girl here is the next hot thing, guaranteed. Just look as she'll climb up this statue and rescue the poor puppy that has gotten stuck. Right, darling?
Why do you have cardboard puppies on the moon? Good, that worked. Perfect.
Look at that! She helped the puppy down, safe and sound. Too bad it ran off and definitely didn't break into multiple pieces.
Did I say bud instead of good? I can words, I promise.
This is truly a diva I can get behind. Let it be known that this little girl is all about animals. Make sure you join her fan club, DJ Grooves. Out.
Okay, so as I've been having a spectacularly poor time explaining, the way that your rank is calculated, or the score that each movie gets, the way that's calculated is to do with how many of the respective directors' faces you collect. In this particular mission, it's how many fans you have by the end of it as well, and also the number of pawns. But the thing is, the Conductor's missions don't have, moments like this, wow, Penguin, hi. In the Conductor's missions, it's all just collect his face and collect pawns, and there's one other thing. And I forget the point I'm trying to make, but whatever the internet says about this chapter, they've got it backwards. Now, can I make it to the end in time? There you go, there's a collectible. We will get points for this. And now another one. Hey there, obtain me a thing. And his lines are exactly the same for most of these sequences.
Out there know my name. Look at how street smart this diva is. She's standing in this sinister alleyway right next to some potential wrongdoers.
But DJ Grooves, everyone's a potential wrongdoer. I have a terrible fake Scottish accent. I'm only 1/4 Scottish, I can't help it.
Danger is her middle name, and she's not afraid to step outside of her comfort zone. Make sure you join her fan club, DJ Grooves. Out.
So yeah, we just stood next to some people, and that got us thousands upon thousands of fans. This mission is... I'm not going to say the FN phrase, but that's kind of what this embodies. Can I destroy your Why are you driving on the roof? Good. This was just excellent. Now, I do like the moon penguins' voices, and I'm aware I haven't actually spoken to any of them, so we've only heard them reacting incidentally, but still. They sort of remind me of, like, Lithuanians in tuxedos with little hats. I don't know why Lithuania specifically. Just, I don't know. They seem like a very stylish people. Could be wrong. Is it racist to call Lithuanian people stylish? Because I feel like they are. Based entirely on Eurovision. And you know what? This mission's going surprisingly well, because I feel like this one tends to end too soon, and I don't know what I don't know if it's, like, number of fans that dictates your threshold. There we go. Max Diva. It's the name you'd love to touch.
The audience is going crazy, darling. Come over here and show off our new stunner. Our new prop.
Now, the other thing with this chapter is, I believe it's 2 missions per director, plus the boss and Deadbird Studio itself. And both missions for each director take place on the same, like, both of DJ Grooves' missions take place on this set, and both of the Conductors take place on his set. So, now seems like a really good time to go and actually, like, collect things. Well, I mean, I'm grabbing fans, I said. I'm actually talking about, well, ponds slightly, because we do still have that, Ooh, actually, these things still count towards your rank, so... Okay, keep collecting DJ Grooves' face, get a good score. Apparently you can still do the endorsements after the mission ends. Cool beans. Fine, sure, okay, yum.
All you penguins out there know my name. DJ Grooves. Watch as she beats these hard-boiled card players at their own game. On her first try.
Oh, hard-boiled because they're literally eggs, I get it.
This game is easy to understand, darling. You just guess which number of card the other player's holding from 1 to 10. Which card do you think he's holding, darling?
7. My favorite number.
Wow, fantastic, incredible! The answer is indeed 3! Folks at home, you have just witnessed the stunning intuition of a true star! Make sure you join her fan club!
I feel like it is always 3 as well, hence why that line is voiced. Now, I feel like going after the various cameras, like at this point the mission is done. We can just go and get the movie prop and be over and done with this mission. And I think posing for the paparazzissimo is, well, paparazzissime, excuse me, it's plural. That won't count for anything, but it will still get you pons. My main focus is just getting the collectibles, because we will be returning to this very set for another mission, but trust me, get the collectibles now, it's easier.
Have you come to make another purchase?
As a matter of fact, Archidel, I have. Give me your final pin. Spoilers, it's the final pin. Speaking of finality, apparently, they will be adding 2 new chapters to this game as part of DLC. I didn't realize that a month ago. This is still the same recording session as the previous episode, by the way. Also, there's the badge I've been talking about. I don't intend to get it, or, well, I intend to get it for completion, but I don't intend to use it. Ooh, I don't think I've done this one before. Hit me with your car, sir. This is new. What you got?
Now, darling, I have to mention this. Cooking show hosts have a terrible track record of getting angry and swearing on screen. Try not to use the P word, okay? Don't say P-E-C-K. The Conductor is old-fashioned. He throws that word around a lot. It'll get him in trouble someday. Until then, let's keep our show clean. Hello, viewers! Even the biggest celebrities have to eat. And I've got with me the biggest celebrity of them all. Now tell us, darling, what kind of condiments do you like on your tuna sandwiches?
I want to say it, but I'm going to keep it clean because I don't like anything on my sandwiches, thank you, but sure.
Amazing! I bet that eating tuna sandwiches like that is probably how she keeps a slim figure. Take note, penguin viewers. Make sure you join her fan club.
I've never seen that one before, and I don't know what happens if you do say pack. But I just love how it's just the bird equivalent to fuck. Yeah, 0 chill up in here either. I forgot that you can't climb in this game. I've been playing too much Sly Cooper. When I last recorded this game, I haven't even chosen Sly Cooper as a Let's Play. How time flies! Why am I being so dramatic about it? Wait, we have a 3rd badge pin. I should put on a third badge. There we go, we are fully stocked. This is how I like to equip myself. Now, is there anything else worth jumping out my way for? No? Okay, well, we'll just... Pawns! Dramatic again. Perfectly necessary. Into the time zone and back out again. Oh no, there are so many ponds in various directions. Okay, we got a good number, and there are some more over here. I know I've unnecessarily dragged out this mission to be like twice as long as it needed to take, but I just wanted to make sure I get a good grade for it. Just because I want to see DJ Grooves do well at the awards, for absolutely no ulterior motive whatsoever. So, the reviews are in, here comes the beep. You can also hold down the click button to speed this section up. Okay, good. Okay, first of all, 912 points. That is vastly above what I got when I did this by myself, so good. I'm clearly doing a good job here, but also, things were supposed to appear there. Good job, game. Oh, so you've decided to give me up. That was an interesting flavor of sentence. You've given up trying to advertise Chapter 2. Also, one thing I noticed in editing, like I hadn't noticed this at all until editing this series, but look, the telescopes, they get bigger. Like, it's got a 1 and a 2 on it, and like the one for Maffy Town is up to 5, I think, or something. Also, this is your bleeding edge, top-of-the-line audio device. Without it, you wouldn't be able to tune into all your favorite radio broadcasts, like Acquaintances at the Table, Goodbye from Sunshine Town, or Two Brothers, and then also a third additional brother, myself. Those aren't references to anything. What are you talking about? Nah. So yes, 912p. I don't think I've ever done that well in that mission before. Also, I would like to do the next mission, but apparently it's just not open yet. Apparently we need to do both mission ones? Well, to that I say no, because Murder on the Owl Express is a very long mission. So instead we'll just go... I will meet you at the Time Rift, as a matter of fact of it happening thereupon. Tombstedley of see you there. Okay, we have arrived. I shall just jump up and get out of the way. Now, those owls in there, if you get too close to the edge of the platform when you enter that room, you can still get caught by them. Like, they can see above and beyond, so be careful. Anyway, let's go into the time zone. Except I use that to refer to the aura around a timepiece, so we'll have to come up with a different name, like Time Rift, like its canonical name or something, Tess. Okay, now... one thing with these, obviously it's a purple time rift, so it's a memory one, and so it's got, well, I keep calling them map pieces, then it's not a map, it's a lot of things, but it isn't a map. But we just collected one just through the wall, through the power of the magnet badge. So, I really should look up where all of these are, because I don't like the idea of, you know, going through this entire mission and then missing one on camera, since on my personal playthrough, I got them all, I nailed them all first try. But also, something that makes zero sense is... well, I mean, I'm not complaining about it, but still. Yeah, you can still get caught in here. The cameras still apply. I'm not... is that... what's the... how... just jump like that, I guess. I was just having a moment there where I was just like, well, how do I get around that? It's looking at the wall. That's, I guess, to introduce you to the fact that, yes, you can, in fact, still get caught in here, even though... there is nobody around, just me and you, just me and you. We're feeling good, we're feeling like there is nobody around. Because, as we've established, the moon is in Lithuania. Which, separately from that, reminds me of, because everything reminds... okay. Two things that I hate about myself, right? Which is one hell of a left turn for this commentary to take, but okay. So, one. I'll always say that something reminds me of something else, and it'll inevitably be something esoteric that no one gives a flying fuck about. Two. I am no stranger to just criticizing myself and, like, pointing out stuff that I hate, but then I realize that in pointing out that I hate myself about something, that seems like I'm being a drama queen who's making things about himself and bee soup. And there's more collectibles. There's a rift pond over there. Now, as we've been told, you know, there are rift ponds enough for plenty to go around in these stages. You don't need to... as the Mafia said, no need to get every single pond. And... that's accurate, so if you were to get the bare minimum ponds to open this tube and have none when you step through, there'll still be enough in the rest of the stage for you to be fine. So, you know, don't worry about it. B2. Hashtag B2. Ooh, look, there's stuff behind the door that there isn't behind the door. I like that effect in games, where they load an entirely different... Like, I believe they're officially referred to as portals? Like, there's like a rectangle behind that door that shows a panoramic view of, like, a room that's behind the door, which unloads if you're not looking through the door. I like that. So those two cameras are looking at each other. I don't know if there's a clean way of getting through that, but it is just for a pond. So it may not be worth it. I mean, we could just jump over from over here, but, like, nah. Because really, this is a rather strenuous, stressful mission, because you've got to deal with the cameras as well as, like, it's very vertical as well. So it's vertical, there's cameras, it's dark, there's pieces in places. Oh my. Haven't changed hats in a while. Well, there you go. All these ponds. Oh! Oh! There's a lot of things. Like, for instance, there's a rift pond chilling over here. Thank you. I didn't realize I needed the ice hat for this. Luckily, we have every hat in the game. Clearly with no exceptions whatsoever, even though I've already alluded to something that directly contradicts that. So we can open the door. I thought there was a piece over here, but apparently not. That's okay, we're still doing more than adequately so far. And the way out is up there, in case that wasn't obvious. It's gonna bother me that I don't have that pond, but it doesn't matter. You don't get anything for getting every single pond in every single rift. Every single rift pond, if you will. Huge rifts with ponds. Rift ponds. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. That doesn't make sense the way I wanted to. Bonk! Good. Instead of diving, you could just jump at the wall like a sensible person. But since when am I sensible except in every single school report of my life? Like, okay, fun fact that's not really all that fun, but every time I've got a school report from way back yonder in my personal history, words that always come up are, I think, sensible, conscientious, and should participate more in class. Like, fuck you, social anxiety. I don't know, just, like, it's this sort of thing that like, they call us Generation Snowflake or whatever, just because they didn't have the words to articulate fucking social anxiety and whatnot. Well, whatever. Okay, so there's stuff there, we have 6 out of 8 pieces already. I mean, do I really need to bother? I mean, that's just a rift pond, and, I mean, sure, in skipping them now, we'll have to worry about more later, but I feel like this is the least good room of this. Like, it's the worst sub-level, so I don't mind quite so much. We could just hop into this tube and just fall through reality, even though that makes no physical sense, but hey, it's a rift. Since when do rifts make sense? Now, we have wandering owls. You may be seen. Have a care. Like, literally, go to the ice cream van, order a care, and just eat it. Unwrap it and eat it, then unwrap it, then eat it again. Pawn! The magnet badge, is it even called the magnet badge? Well, whatever. That is a lifesaver. And also, do I espy the final piece? No, I do not. It's another pawn. Well, that's fine. We need those anyway. I love the noise that the switches make in this game as well, because any other game it'd be like blink or boop or just something adorable like that. And in this game, any floor-bound switches are just this really angry kind of like, you press the switch. Which, like, I like it because it sounds so crunchy. Like, crunchy and unhappy. But, like, not upset unhappy, but, like, if a sound could spank you. I've been talking to my mother too much, which sounds worse. Okay, so, yesterday evening, I was watching a video that I published in, like, 2015, where it was shortly after my birthday that year. And in order to test out my freshly bought Elgato, I was playing Wii Party U with both my parents and Europe's Gallo 8. And at the start of that video, my mother, like, before we started filming, or recording, whatever, my mother had just come into the room off the back of having watched some of The Big Bang Theory, which, holy shit, she's been a fan of that for 2 years now? What? Well, whatever. She was talking about one of the characters administering a spanky bum-bum to the others, and, like, mother, please control your urges. I don't want to think about anything that could even sound like kink. It's something that sounds worse out of context. I fell through the rope. Note to self, dismount. When I count to 3, dismount. Because that was a bad lip reading video, because bad lip reading does... Well, I was gonna say does good music videos. Well, first of all, they don't do the music videos, they just do the songs. But second, they don't even do them anymore. They just... Like, they hardly ever post. When they do post, it's just regular bad lip reading. Like, I subscribe from Michael Bublé's Russian Unicorn. Also, it looks like we've come towards the end because we're in relative reality, but no, the final piece, it is up here. I remember it. I remember it well. Much like in the Mafia Town rift, I knew where the final piece was, and yet I was worried about missing it anyway, despite having not come to the one that I knew existed thus far. There we go. We got all 8 of the pieces. And sure enough, there's a screen, and just through here. Surely we'll never see anything like this in the real world. Surely not even once ever. I would say experience the Fig. I'm not sure if that episode of Sly has come out yet. It should do, because this is episode 11, and that was episode 7 of Sly, so I should hope the timings make sense. Anyway, I would sign out, but we have a comic to get through first, and also a present gift thing. But first, what is the backstory of Dead Bird Studio? So, somewhere in the West and somewhere in space. They're so cute! And then there was a prize, and they wanted to win the prize. So they went and hired out the studio many years later, but somehow they double booked. And then they hated each other. The end. Okay, but what's my prize though? I want to do a win. I need to restart the game. Something's very wrong here. I don't know what I'm looking at. So sure. Boo! I don't like Dweller Mask Hat flares! Well, I've been and will continue to be tessellating hexagons. This flare is rare apparently, so there's that consolation. I'll see you in the next episode where, hopefully the game will stop glitching out on me. Fun times.